Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are here. This is the Keep It Clean podcast, episode number 10. I'm your host, Nico. I'm here today, joined with my brother's fellow co host, Brother Ray. What's going on, man?
What's good, people?
My brother Rose, what's happening with you, bro?
What's the word, my God?
My boy Ev, what's going on, man?
What's happening? What's happening? How y'all doing?
Doing well, man. We got some new things. We got a logo on this joint. You feel me? We stepping things up around here, man. We're gonna get it started off though with some little recaps. How was y'all's week, man? Rose, how was your week, brother?
Solid, man. I don't really deviate from the schedule. So, every week when you kind of ask me, it's gonna be
The same thing.
real. We don't really deviate from the schedule too much during the week just to keep a sense of consistency. So,
I feel that.
you know,
I feel
solid,
that.
though. Solid.
Ev, how was your week, bro?
Man, my week was good. I had a good week. It was busy. Work was busy as hell. So I just had to work this morning. I just finished working. So it's just been real busy. So I'm glad that finally got a little peace and quiet and here with the fellas. So what's going down?
For sure. Ray, how was your week, man?
Man, my week was cool, man. I got on the road a little bit. Uh, Work was solid. Got some things coming down the pipeline and projects in the motion. So we looking solid over there. And due dates are coming up soon, but I'm excited to do the work. And then at home, man, everything been solid. I got to see the folks a lot, man. Shout out to mom and pops, bro. Got to go down there kicking. They spent some time with their grandkids, so let them run around, get some of that energy out. And I did a mini chop up with Lil Man last week, like a keep it clean with Lil Man later on in the day
Hey,
after he shot. Man, hearing some of the answers from him, bro, shot because he followed the page and everything. Shout out to him, bro. He was giving me some answers. I was a proud pop, bro. I was a
shout out
proud
to
pop.
that. Shout out
Yeah,
to that.
man. You know what I'm saying? So, um, outside of that, man, happy to be here. It was a chill week. It was a chill week, man.
That's
Chill
good.
week.
That's good. My week was chill too. Much like Rose, don't deviate too much from the schedule. It ain't nothing new really going on. I'm getting a little bit more workload, which is cool because I'm not as bored, but otherwise it's the same old stuff. But we
Y'all,
back.
y'all two don't like to get out there.
You said what?
Y'all two don't like to get out there. Y'all don't feel monotonous at a certain amount of time where it's just like I keep doing this. That don't get to y'all.
Mm-mm. Not to me. That's the standard for me. If you
I'm
break
trying.
away from the norm, that's when stuff starts to break down.
My girl is telling me to go outside more, so I'm trying to not be a recluse anymore and like a hermit type shit. So I'm gonna have to start going outside soon. So yeah, but up until this point, I would sit right here and be fine. Uh, but
I
we are
can
back.
do that, man.
I feel it's I don't know, bro. At a certain point, being in it, like COVID, kind of throw folks off. Like being in the house that long, I got comfortable just being by myself
Uh,
or just being secluded type thing. So
I'm not
yeah,
mad at that. I think it was tough. Well, one, my job now is what gets me outside because of the way that I travel.
yeah,
So and that travel isn't consistent on the days or where I'm going. So I be on the road, and I'm at least touching bases with things before I get back home in the whole workday. And that's also at the same time as a hooper, man. Hoopers hated COVID. Like we used to go into the court too many times. The way Ev go work out and hit the weights was the way we were meeting up on the court. So that when that shut down, it was like, dog, what you mean? Like you just walking to the crib doing this all day for no reason, bro. But
uh, we back, man. We here. We got a batch of topics that we got to clean up as always, and we gonna keep it a buck, keep it a bean, but most importantly, keep it clean up
What episode number?
first. It's episode 10. Episode number 10. We finally hit the double digits, man. We putting in. Well, technically it's 11, but we here though. Episode 10.
we
Um,
got some sneaky ones for y'all. We just haven't told y'all about it.
Facts, that part too. First up, we got Sinners review, the best movie of the year, the best movie in the last 10 years. We got Sinners. I don't know about 10. 10 might be a little crazy, but I'm
Say
gassing
he's
today.
stepping out there
I'm
quick.
gassing today. I'm gassing today. We got the Sinners review, man. So who all has seen the movie?
I saw it. I
Raise
seen
your
it.
hand.
I seen it.
Ray. Ray.
Man, you know, vampires are crazy, bro.
Can we? Did we lose Ray?
He's
Is he
still
there?
here. What we
Crazy,
doing?
man.
Can he hear it? Did you see the movie, brother?
Huh? What happened?
How dedicated are you to your people, brother? Did you see the movie?
Hey, so for y'all that don't know, Nick and I have had this conversation before, not once, but I'm confident at least 2 or 3 times, right? And we always talk about hard lines in the sand of what we do and do not do and like what we don't pass. And I have stated numerous times with no stutter and no judgment on self. I don't do possession movies and I don't do vampire movies. That's just me. It is what it is. I'm not with
Boo.
that, man. You know, Pop set me up at a young age. We watched Blade when I was 7, like when it first came out, and seeing blood come through the sprinklers changed my life. Nah,
Okay.
dog.
Okay.
Nah. I'm at 7. I thought the club was supposed to be fun. That intro scene to Blade, on a quick side note, that intro scene to Blade was a tone setter for all movies, because I'm thinking music is fun at 7. And if music leads to vampires, nah, bro. It took a while. I didn't sleep right for a good couple of years, man. I think that's why I'm still a night owl now. Vampires, possession movies. 2 things I don't really do.
So Ray didn't see. So you didn't see the movie, brother.
Despite what Nico says, my dedication to the pod is absolute. So I saw it at my pace.
What does
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
You know what that means. How did I see the movie? Since y'all want to try to put me out there.
How you see it? We asking you.
Yeah.
I saw the movie at my pace.
What does that
I saw it at
mean?
my
What does that
pace.
mean?
I took my time.
Did you
and
watch it?
Watch the movie at my pace. I
Did
said
you-
I did.
Like you sat down and you just watched it in spurts? You ain't give a whole sit down, a whole run through?
Yeah, watching the spurts.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Everybody see the movie then.
I split it in 3. It was by definition because I got distracted, so I had to go step out. Right. So I saw it.
Yeah, he had to go step out. The vamp started coming. He had to get up out
Hey,
of there.
dog. Hey, man. Hey, man. One thing you never have to worry about in my house is a lack of garlic, silver, and now we don't open doors.
Oh, right.
You better toss the package inside, bro.
Snatching welcome mats.
Yeah,
Snatch
man.
that welcome mat.
Cool. You know.
For sure.
But no, I did peep it, man. I did peep it.
Okay, great. I'm glad everybody has seen the movie. So let's do the round table. We're gonna start with Rose. You saw it first. What did you think of the movie, brother?
You saw the premiere. Give that.
Yeah, you saw the premiere.
Yeah.
He was red carpet surfing.
I think for number one, the movie is amazing. Number one, I think it's even better for me because this is original IP. This is not something where somebody has tried to copy and do a remake, and that's what Hollywood has been for the most part, especially since COVID. Studios ain't trying to take a whole bunch of chances, take no losses on no money. You know, things got to be definite and guaranteed. I think for this being an original movie is very, very fucking fire. Coogler, like I say, he's starting to get to the point to where it's just like I said, I hear the name, I'm going to the movie. The movie for me is kind of set up like a play. It's very theatrical in a way. The music was top tier. Music was very top tier.
Bussing.
And I think as far as the acting goes, I think everybody, even down to the smaller characters, everybody held their weight. Like it wasn't where I was like, oh, you know, this person shouldn't be here. Because, you know, sometimes you get movies like that where it's like, who's this?
Yeah.
And why were they cast it? But I think everybody held their weight. And this was by far the best I've ever seen Michael B. Jordan as far as acting and just the difficulty of what he did as far as having to play 2 people. Phenomenal. I mean, I can't say that enough. And this should take him into a whole different stratosphere of actor, you know, especially when the awards and stuff come out. Hopefully, you know, people don't get snubbed, how you know how shit go.
Yeah.
But this should take him into a whole different stratosphere of, as far as at least respect as an actor. And I'm glad he got to play this role. I couldn't see too many other people playing this role. I mean, I could, but not to the extent that he did it. He was very committed and he leaned all the way into that character. So, you know, shout out to him.
For sure. What you thought of the movie? You was the next person to see it.
Man, I thought the movie was fantastic. Honestly, everything Rose said, I don't want to regurgitate what he said, but to add different layers to it though. But um, it was a fantastic movie, top to bottom. I'll be honest, Rose. I mean, Ray. That's why I kept trying to get you to watch it because I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be real. The vampires really wasn't even that scary in the horror aspect of the film. I kept saying every time when I was talking about it, the movie felt more just like a timepiece, a time historic piece that just had a vampiric story involved, like more so. I was telling people, especially we were so deep into it before the actual vampire attack and fight happened. I'm like, I kind of wanted to just keep going with the juke joint and him going like if the KKK got involved or something instead. Like it was one of those things where that the movie was so good where the actual vampire part to me it was just an added bonus because of the music, because of the depth of the characters, the detail of the characters and everything. It was that part alone was fascinating. So it was hats off to Ryan Coogler, the story behind the characters, the in-depth matters of everything, just the attention to detail that he did from top to bottom to be in a Mississippi 1920s, 1930s time frame. It was just fantastic of everything that he showed, even with the different cultures and everything. So yeah, I love that movie, man. It was amazing.
I'm gonna pretty much echo what y'all said. You know, Ryan Coogler. I'm trying to grow my own little Ryan Coogler right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Ryan Coogler, dog. You are amazing, bro. You are a genius, and don't let nobody tell you nothing no different. Cause to write this, like to write this and have this come from your mind and see what it looked like on the screen, yeah, nah, bro. You are different. You are different. This movie was so far from the setting, the focus on the blues, like the focus on the music, the the vampires coming through to take the soul of the music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just the small clips of like from when they started playing their banjo outside and you hear the difference in how our stuff sound and how they stuff sound. It's no mistaking what that is. You know what I mean? And just all of those different little tidbits that he had in the movie. This movie is amazing, bro. My favorite scene, my favorite scene from this joint was the part where he brought all of the generations of the music together.
Yeah.
Like that, tying all of that together, like to show where this music really does come from and then how we made it into our own in its own way. Hats off, man. Hats off to Ryan Coogler. Much hats off to Michael B. Jordan playing two characters and playing two characters and making them not be this, like showing how different they actually are within that. Like you could tell it was almost like it was two different people. Like, this joint is dope. Ray, what you thought of the movie, man?
I thought it was great and great in the aspect of, just as y'all heard me say, to get me past the underlying thought process that I already had coming in, because it wasn't even, especially after talking to y'all, because Rose gave me the rundown, and I after we got off the pod last week, he gave me the rundown. I was telling him up and down, bro, I'm not seeing that movie. He's like, you sure? You know, I don't want to give you spoilers. I was like, dog, I'm not seeing the movie. Like, it's cool, right? So having my idea of watching those movies and having a general timeline of what Rose told me, it was still a great movie, despite knowing that, because it got to the point where I wasn't even thinking of the order segment that Rose had kind of made me privy to. I had an idea, but I forgot watching the movie. I forgot that it was happening. So the way that it was acted out and written, it made me forget about major plot points that I clearly knew about, because I was locked into whatever was going on, and the transitions were amazing, like how it was going back and forth. And I love the part, especially in the beginning, where the twins split up and then they were going back and forth between one riding with the cousin out to the juke joint, the other one being in the city. I thought that was so dope.
Yeah.
I thought that was so dope. So overall, man, I thought it was a good movie. I had some questions at the end, and then I also like had some separate thoughts, but this is just strictly in the movie itself. And I also appreciate, for someone like me, I love researching history and I love getting into it. So if you're making direct ties or you have something that has a historical context that makes me want to go look up something, I'll always love that. Always love that. So getting in there and is like being reminded of what the Asian population actually looked like in the South along the Mississippi River, and an understanding a perspective that the Irish people might have with whatever you know what I'm saying, traumas that happened to that culture. So it was a dope movie. I have respect for Michael B now. You know what I'm saying? I got respect for him now. you feel me? I may have pushed back on the different stratosphere conversation with Rose, but I think that's a minute detail. I want to give him his flowers for what he did in this movie, man. I can only imagine trying to prep for both and have similarities but different personalities, man. Yeah, man. That he did his job. He did his job. Josh Allen at home mad. That's how good he did it.
You brought up Asians in the South, so I wanted to ask because there's been like a lot of discourse about Grace in the joint where she was under the pressure where he told her, "Hey, I'm finna go into town and just run through the whole town. Your daughter's there," and then she invites all of them in to try to save her daughter. The conversation online is basically that wasn't allyship. Like she chose herself over the team, and as they normally do. Right? Like whenever we get in these types of situations where it's a bunch of black folks and maybe some others, and we got to have a common ground, somebody gonna slide off and choose their own self over. Did y'all look at that way? Or how did y'all like view that part of the movie?
Yeah, I did in a way because I remember when she did, I was like, excuse my language, I was like, damn, stupid bitch, why you just do that? That's exactly where my brain went because it was like, what's coming. It's like, why would you do that? Like, why would you do that? That was my thing, what I was thinking. And it was very selfish because if you really look at the action, look at what she did after. Right. All she cared about was killing her husband and dying with him. If you actually pay attention, she didn't give a damn about her daughter in reality. Because if you watch the scene immediately after, all she wanted to do was stab her husband and they died together right there. Like, that's why I say it was completely selfish. Like, it was an all selfish act in that moment. And it was an emotional act because of what Remick did imitating the husband's the language and saying what they did. Yeah. So it was an emotional response, which I don't fault it, but it was selfish as hell, for sure.
I definitely thought it was selfish. All the folks that's in there talking about Grace, get behind me, y'all gotta move. Cause
it was
like even before she made that statement, like where she was like, "You fuck it, come on in." Before that, when Stack died, and she went over there to her husband and said, "We need to go because we ain't come over here to deal with all of this. We came here to help them with the juke joint, not this. We gotta slide." So I think folks gotta maybe go back and rewatch it. Yeah, go back and rewatch it. Like spend that money because we getting this movie to go exactly where it's supposed to go. But anyway, go back and rewatch. Like folks was there for what they was there for. And she said out her mouth, "Yeah, we ain't come here for all of that." So as soon as she saw, "Oh, my daughter is in trouble," nah, wrap it up. Y'all can come on in. Let's get to it. Like, lady, we have a plan. We trying to plan. We got a game plan, and you just gonna throw the whole game plan on? I wasn't rolling.
Boo, both of you.
What?
Boo
what?
These men.
Go ahead. Come on. What we talking about?
Not you two in our Paradise Talk telling X to stay home with your kids. Stay home with your kids. Don't get your spouse. Stay home with your kids. And then when a moment came for her to be a parent, you calling her
wasn't going into town.
He wasn't go back to Lisa.
He wasn't there for her. He wasn't there for her kid. He was there for Sammy.
You said the kid's name, dog.
He was there for us. That's cool. And you reacted emotionally.
Hold on. What did he say? He said, after this, after we get him, we gonna go ahead and go into town. He said that.
It wasn't finna happen.
Don't.
He was coming there. He was coming there for what he was coming for.
Also,
and regardless to any of that, we had a plan. We formed a plan. So even if somebody come through and throw the monkey wrench, throw the monkey wrench. We have a plan, bro.
So you sacrifice your kid.
It's not sacrifice. You have a
It's
team huddle at the
sacrificing
least.
yourself too,
You
though.
have a team huddle at the least. You don't just tweak out and be like, "Fuck it, they all coming in."
So
Ain't nobody agree on
How
that.
about this? There's a couple things. First off, let's not act like she didn't know who Smoke and Stack were. Let's start there. They're not friends. They're business associates. That's it. They cool. They cool with her husband more so. They are business associates. Throughout the movie, she has been setting the tone. I'm about my business. I'm about my family. He had to ask permission for them to even do the sign for him in the first place, right? So now, if I know if it was my ass on the line, you two would cook me. He was only using them for the benefit. That was a tone that was set with Smoke.
This was a mutual
Smoke.
benefit. This was, y'all got
Okay,
paid.
no, it
y'all
wasn't.
got bread.
No,
Yes,
no.
they did.
Yeah.
They negotiated the price. They got paid.
No, hold on. But the mutual benefit in the moment, I did my job. Transaction complete. You got the sign. I no longer have any due diligence to you because the deal was made with my husband. I completed the job. You're not talking to me. I got my money. Everything I'm doing at this point was just extra. I didn't want to be here in the first place. So if we finish with our deal, I'm only mutually beneficial to you in this moment because you need extra hands to make sure some nonsense don't happen. You don't care about me. You care about you. So when I care about me, now all of a sudden you mad?
Yeah.
Because there's choices made and you chose to stay here. So in this moment,
just like I could choose to go get my kid.
Carry your ass outside with your husband then.
You just seen your husband be like
she
going outside. Going outside.
Y'all being funny. So she
going outside with him.
She didn't try to get outside. They didn't hold her back. They didn't hold her back.
Did they
stop it? Yeah. See, this is what happens when you watch the most recent. They did. Yeah, kept holding her back, kept covering her mouth, all that stuff. She was trying to go get her kid. So I was only mutually
they were holding her back when she yelled that. They were holding her back when she yelled, "Come on in." You're right.
I was only mutually beneficial to you.
All I'm saying,
I didn't have no deals.
Ain't no black person do that. And that's the purpose. That's the point of the conversation. It's like the beneficiality of it is like
not fair.
How is it not fair? We all in this joint.
Not fair.
We all in this joint.
Hold on. Who in that joint besides her had kids?
And that's an honest point. From the people that were presented there, no one had children.
Yeah. What's the name? Cornbread. Cornbread had a baby on the way, I think.
Cornbread already got big. He didn't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Facts.
You only had the two women with husbands, and then her with a child. In that situation,
I'm not giving her no leeway for that, bro. I don't care. I don't give a damn.
I understand the notion.
I get it, but it's still selfish, bro. It's it's mad other people in here that you finna kill or get killed to save your one kid.
Everybody in there that was with them had some type of beneficial relationship to themselves. They already knew each other. They had loving relationships. She's the only one.
They all know each other. Everybody in there know each other.
No. Okay, Nick, you know the difference between knowing each other and knowing each other. They had friendships and companionships.
They had a business relationship. Yeah, with her, it was a business relationship. I see what you're saying, right? I do see.
No, y'all are protecting y'all. And also knowing if it came down to it and who was going to step up for who, you're going to step up for them if they're in trouble before you step up for me. I'm the loose string. I'm the disposable one. As her, I'm the disposable one. Yes,
nobody in there is disposable though, because everybody in there got to stay alive, bro. Nobody in there is actually disposable.
Hear what I said. If it comes to a situation where you have to choose, you're not choosing me.
You can't say that though.
Yes, you can.
When you're thinking in a defensive mode, you can.
Boom. When you think in that way, you could.
You can. That's what he just.
Everybody in there up to that point is trying to protect everybody else in there. Folks is in there like, no, don't let nobody else in this joint. You got to stay in here. Everybody in there is trying to protect everyone in there. Only one person in there. How not?
Smoke wasn't. Every time somebody had tried to go do their own personal thing, the people that were on the business team, every time they tried to go do something, Smoke had an attitude. Hey man, get to the door. Where's my money? He didn't care about none of their personal relationships at all. When Stack went to go chop it with old girl, when the guitar player was going to chop it with old, every time he tried to come to them with something, I'm only here about business. That was the entire movie.
Once the vampires pulled up, everybody in there was trying to protect everybody in there.
It's about business to him. He was looking for what's mutually beneficial to him. That's all I'm saying. That's what the tone was for him the entire movie. You didn't care about me before the dire straits. So why would you care about me now? The same way it was like, if you didn't talk to me during my life, don't come to my funeral acting like you my friend.
Bro,
I see what you're saying, because I actually had a point about the twins in that regard that you just made. Y'all continue. I'm gonna
no,
say
go
Yeah.
ahead. What's your
But
point?
okay, so I'll wrap that up. At least from my perception, I don't think I don't think it's fair to assess her as a mother, as a business person, and then try to add selfishness. We can go back and forth on that, but the culture war behind it, nah, bro. Like that wasn't in the first 4 or
Okay, for
5
sure.
thoughts of what was
For
happening,
sure.
bro. Like,
Rose, did you
you know
have
what I'm
any
saying?
did you have any like thought in that direction about her betraying the team, or was it just kind of just like that? It was what it was.
Nah,
See,
bro.
look
I
at
think
that
that's a
word
part of.
betray, you dirty bastard.
I
That's
think
how
it's
they. No, I'm saying that's how they put it out. So I'm, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's why I be trying to kind of like stay off Twitter a little bit too after movies and shit, because everything doesn't need a think piece. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a that's a part of like making movies good too.
Yeah,
Like somebody has it
you
has to
gotta
be a
have the twist.
protagonist, an antagonist. Somebody has to mess up to continue the plot of the story.
Right.
And I mean, I guess since it was so authentic, everybody feel like they got to have a think piece on it. I just wasn't thinking that hard about it, bro. I'm like, somebody was gonna let him in. That's a part of the movie.
Mm,
You feel me?
mm. Okay. What's your let's do favorite scenes from the movie. Mine was the music joint. What was y'all's favorite scenes from the movie?
I was gonna say that was my favorite. That was my favorite part right there
Wait,
too.
which music joint?
The scene where Preacher Boy starts singing "I Lied to You," and they show it go from him singing that to the tribal figures coming in to the first DJ to the West Coast, and they start bringing in all the cultures and mixing them together, and they like
Okay.
show you the lineage. Like, bro, he pulled Isaac Hayes out, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. It's different, bro. That was too different for me. Yeah, that's
And
my favorite scene.
that was my favorite scene too. But it was my favorite scene because even with how beautiful that was for the story, that scene was everything. That scene was the entire plot line
Yeah.
of why we're here.
The
Because
freedom.
again, they said the line, they like the poem was said at the beginning, for us, music, it blurs the lines of our past, our present, our history, and the thin layer of life and death. That's literally what Remick the vampire wanted. And
Mhm.
in that scene, it was showing you that just like how powerful it was. And that's why I enjoyed it, because it was where it was more than the music, because the music was beautiful, but it was just it brought together exactly what it was that the vampire was looking for. And it kind of that part showed everything of when the vampire showed up singing a Irish music. Hey, it sounded a little, I had a little two-step a little bit, but that shit wasn't hitting to bring your people back, dog. You couldn't hear your people off them tunes. Like that's why it's that scene shows so much of it. It actually tied in what the vampire's purpose was. Like he wanted just to talk to his ancestors again. That's what he kind of explained. Like I just want, because my music not hitting on that. We out here line dancing and I can't hear my people.
River
But
dancing.
right, we river dancing. I can't hear my folks. But with your music, dog, I heard you, so I know I can hear my people. And that's why for me is that scene, it brought everything together. So that was the thing with the music, and the song was fire. Like we got to be real. The actor Miles Caton, I don't know how to pronounce
That
the
boy
last
get
name,
busy,
but
man.
he was fire. Like
That
first
boy get
role,
busy.
smoked
Different.
that.
Different.
I'm looking forward to his future. Like so that was my favorite scene.
Rose, what was your favorite scene?
It's either between that KKK scene, because that was like to end it all on that. I'm like, all right, I feel fulfilled at this point. Like I feel good about this movie. This is good.
Yeah.
Or it was either that or the end credits. The end credits when you listening to them go back and forth and discuss like, I promised your brother I'll leave you. You know what I'm saying? I promised him I'll leave you alone. Like I'll let you live out your life for the rest of your days. Like I ain't gonna mess with you. And for him to still come in and like still be that same age, still be that same exact. But I kind of was interested too, like what you been doing this whole time. Like
Yeah.
you done went through all these different phases while this person is getting older. You done continue to just stay the same? You've been changing people. Like I don't know. I thought that was an interesting dynamic right there. But it would be between those two scenes. I really rock with them end credits. That was fire to me.
For sure. Ray, what was your favorite scene?
That's crazy, man. Because I conflict with almost everything Rose just said. I hated that scene. That was one of the ones where I came up with the question, not the end credit, the KKK scene. Not because of the storyline is like you completed, because they did tell him, oh yeah, they lied to you anyways, right? When they was trying to get inside. So I was like, I like that. Him coming out the bushes, I was like, my man's.
Yeah.
You had the tactical advantage. Like I was mad because like you did. Oh, here's my thing. You had the tactical advantage. You had the better guns.
Here
You
this
didn't have to come out.
military brat go.
Here's why I say that. Here's why I say that though. Because you just survived all night with less. Just to walk out there in the open. You didn't just do this.
Just
all
lost
night.
everybody, bro.
Just
Like,
lost everybody, bro. I'm out here. I'm outside. It's say hello to my little friend time.
You didn't. You could have said hello to my little friend after you clipped the rest of them. You had a rifle for a reason. Why were you in the bushes in the first place if you were just gonna go out like that? Why didn't you set traps? You just fought your way out of
He had to
things
be.
way
He
more
still had to
powerful
be
than that.
methodical because he was by himself now. He had to be methodical.
You don't
Okay,
have
so if
nothing.
he was methodical, why do you stop being methodical in the middle of? Nah, bro. I was mad at that scene. I was mad at that scene for that. Man.
I like that scene.
I like the story. I like the story.
I like this. Like that was a powerful part when he died and you saw him get reunited with his woman and they child. Yeah, bro. Like
I think
tears.
all that was I didn't like the way it was more so the way he died for me. Like that wouldn't have been, you know what I'm saying? But it did do a part that led to my favorite scene, which was the blues bar. I think the blues bar in the future really put a bow on the movie for me, more so for the thought of why, like what happened, because they ended the movie with him trying to decide whether to drop the guitar or not. And after talking to just forgot the dude's name, the main vampire.
Remy.
He's talking to Remy. He had him spot on, bro. It was cooked. It was cooked. And when he started saying the Lord's Prayer, and he's like, yeah, they said that to my dad before they took, or my dad was saying that before they took his land, and how it's a example of how a lot of people feel, all of us being subjugated to a religion that and making it feel like it's not really yours, or religion that was used for oppression. So the idea of I can put this down when this whole time we might be being forced to do something just to fall in line, or I could go with what we felt the whole premise was and what we've been trying to do as a people and find freedom. I feel free playing this music. So I chose to continue to, that thought process, you chose to continue to play the music and go and be free and live your life. So when they're showing the BB Kings and they're showing those blues players that were carrying the spirit of Black people during that time frame for those years until it evolved later on into rock and roll, and as it continued to go, like tying into that major scene that y'all had, I like the subtlety of that more, just because it's like this is what the future looked like, and the drastic contrast between how he looked, the setting of the bar, and then the fashion that Stack and old girl walked in with, like it's showing you the time frame, like this is how long it's been, and everything that's came from that for us to appreciate since then. It ended up being my favorite scene in the movie. It was also one of those, it made me ask a question, and I think I kind of liked him making me end with the question about the movie, similar to what Rose was saying. What did y'all do this whole time? But I think the other part was, all right, so how do they die? Because what threw me off the vampire portion, it was more of when they said you have to kill them one by one, you can't just knock off the head. And it's like, all right, so can you really beat him? How he survived and old girl survived, because I don't remember where she was at it, but what do y'all do the whole time? And then so it's just a pretty much endless process. And as a vampire hater, I didn't like that lack of connection, because if I just cooked the head, you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all felt the silver the same way he felt the silver, and he nobody coming inside, bro. That's how I felt.
More to this story, man. Keep them doors closed. Keep them doors closed for real. Like if
Where
you
did
got
the natives go?
They went back to their land and minded their business.
Yeah.
You came all the way out here tracking him.
Yeah, they was tracking him, and then they looked and they said, "It's finna get dark. We out because we not playing like
And
that. We know what that is."
I have to say, I appreciate the Choctaw because guess what? That they was really on his ass. Mind you, you realize it was the sun out.
Mm-hmm.
They found where Cuz was chilling in the and
Mhm.
chilling, resting, and got on him.
Yeah,
I shout out to them, and they was smart. They saw them vultures across on top of
yeah,
their crib and said, "You know what? You're lying. We're gonna go."
yeah.
And
We gonna
Russ
go
said-
ahead and
Russ
slide.
was like, it's already too late. Like you
Yeah.
probably
You
already
already let him
in.
in your house. If you
Yeah,
already
we
let
gonna-
him in, it's over with.
We gonna slide.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, man. Overall, go ahead, Ray.
I was gonna ask if y'all in that situation, and you the Choctaw, right? We chase
Mhm.
you for a reason. We know it's gonna happen.
We would have smoked
Y'all
everybody in the house.
Facts.
That part.
Facts.
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure I would have just waited. It's like, hey, man,
Soon
that
as
whole
they,
house is cooked.
as soon as they get to coming outside, steak.
We
It's
would have
over
smoked
with.
everybody.
It's over with.
Man, what? Because that's the part of me. That's why I don't do possession movies and vampires. I know who I am. At any point, if I see you hovering at the end of the bed like they do in some of the movies, if I see you moving a particular way, it's capola. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. A
Man said,
small twitch
I'm
is a
shooting.
full what?
That's like when Smoke walked in there and seen and saw Mary with all the blood on it. Just lay something down. Like, nah, no hesitation.
No, man,
No
not
hesitation.
at all. But when he was talking about like, nah, man, that's my brother. Nope, 2 to the head for safety. Nope, it's not happening with me. I'm just letting y'all know if y'all ever in this situation and it's an apocalypse and you with me, you better have all your emotions understood.
So
and in a calm, sensible manner.
you would have shot the old head when he started twitching, huh?
Quick.
When he was talking about I'm drunk. Hold on, give me a minute. You would have shot him. Oh, that's
quick.
crazy.
It's either that you got to strip. So I see no bite marks. It's either that you got to strip. I'm sorry. Nah.
But yeah, man. I love the movie. 10 out of 10 for me. I will be back to go see it again. I will be buying the physical. They got this joint on vinyl. I'm buying the film strips. Like, yeah, nah, man. This movie is fire, bro. This is fire.
Would y'all want a second part?
No.
Nah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It sounds good in theory, but it's like if you can't dedicate the same time to give it the same fleshed out story like you did, no, leave it where it's at.
But
it's
I
like
think it for sure can be a part 2 with how they walked out the bar. Like it can, it's potential for a part 2. Would I be mad at it? I mean, I just, some movies, it's hard to do part 2s, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's one of those movies that's so authentic. Like, just leave it alone. Like, let's go to the next project.
I want to see what Ryan Coogler's next idea is. Like, for sure. Like, because this
at best, because I saw people talking about it. At best, they were talking about doing a spinoff series of what happened or what did Stack and old girl do during that time. And I was like, nah, bro. Like, just let it rest because it was an original. You did this after a writer's strike and COVID. Let it be.
Yeah,
but I can't see them doing another one.
And he getting the rights back.
The critical acclaim and like it, like when it continues to be successful as we probably think it's going to be. If you want your bag real quick, run this back. Like, get you another one, bro, because you did the first one. That was solid.
But I think we've seen a path paved where you can get all of that and get the allure when you after the same thing with Peele.
Jordan Peele. Yeah, that's what I was just about to say the same thing. It's like if nigga would have made a Get Out 2. Like
yeah. That would have been weird. That'd have been weird.
Like these movies by themselves left so many questions, conversations, thought processes. Just let it be.
Let it
and
rock.
The allure of the mystery behind it too. Nah, man, we've seen that path is paved, man. It's comfortable over there too. You're still gonna get your notoriety. I still think you get that bag as well. I still think you get that bag.
He got the because I think after 25 years he gets the rights back to this movie. That's which ain't like groundbreaking or nothing like that, but it's still fire. Like that they're giving you the rights back to your own shit after 25 years. That's fire. I don't know if these companies ever really give up the rights to those movies for real, or how long that takes.
We don't go searching for that type of information.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fact. That is a fact. But yeah, man. Overall, shout out to Ryan Coogler. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan. Shout out to the entire cast. Shout out, Fire movie. Let's keep it. We got. What's up?
Why? Really quick question. Rose brought up something to my attention when we was chopping it after the pod last week about the movie. Who he was? I don't want to butcher it, so correct me if I'm wrong. But he was saying this is a great shout out and a chance to appreciate Michael B because he felt like that role. And after seeing it, I agree with you. He felt like that role and the way it played out wasn't meant for him. He just happened to be the candidate for it because we were talking about Lovecraft Country and how there was a lot of similarities between it. And I think Rosa said that looked like that role was really written for Jonathan Majors. But because of everything, it's like, okay, we need to slide over here. And when I watched it, I that was a thought that did stick out of my head. I was like, nah, I see this the whole way through.
I would think if anything, it was probably written for both of them because like Michael B is always working with Ryan. So I don't think that wasn't like a choice. But I definitely think he probably had an idea of like, I'm gonna grab Michael and I'm gonna grab Jonathan type shit. And we just gonna do that. And then Jonathan had the year he had. It was like, all right, Mike, you got to shoot both of these joints. So yeah, but I don't think it was a thing where it wasn't written for him. I think he had him in mind. I just personally, I think so. I ain't see that. I ain't pick up on that.
I do know he would have been in that movie though, because you can't do Lovecraft Country and The Harder They Fall, and you not at least have some involvement in this movie somewhere.
I used to be on that same page. I used to be like that. Like before watching the movie, I was like for sure off the trailers, like, yeah, Jonathan Major's supposed to be in this. But then how I watched the movie of it being twins and how like them being twins was such a symbolic nature of the entire movie. That's where like it made me think, unless he did an amazing job of doing rewrites, no, it was supposed to be twins.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be twins the entire time.
Because even in the like with the little allure pieces with like the newspaper clips and stuff, it's like theory. It's like theory now, which is also the cool part about this. It's like theories now of like Smoke and Stack was twins, but they was playing the Irish and the Indians against each other because they ain't know they was twins. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So it's like that piece right there. I don't know how you work that in with Jonathan Majors. Type shit.
Okay, solid.
You know,
great movie, y'all.
Facts. Very great movie. Everyone should go see it and go see it again. Now we got some dirt. We got some dirt. They ain't cleaned this room in about 50-some years, and we are tasked with the job. My brothers. Shannon Sharpe has been sued for $50 million civilly by Gabriella Zuniga, who is a OnlyFans model. She is claiming that Shannon R-worded her. I don't know if we can say that on the thing.
Let's not risk it.
Yeah, so she is accusing him of sexual assault multiple times. In response to this, Shannon started out by putting out a bunch of text messages from her of risque conversation and, you know, asking for very not safe for work things to happen to her, asking for a child, asking for him to put a baby in her. He put out a video saying that this was a lie, calling it all a shakedown, saying Tony Busby is targeting him like he targeted Jay-Z. And since then, there have been more stories about Shannon Sharpe having physical altercations with women at previous jobs, possible sexual assault, more sexual assault accusations from previous relationships, and an audio clip of him threatening to choke this woman multiple times. He has since said he is going to step away from ESPN momentarily until football season? I think he said preseason football. And he put out a statement. He put out this statement that his PR person sent him to say that. He didn't just draft it up himself. He just screenshot the text message and sent it out. So that's where we are. What do y'all think about this situation? We're going to start with Ev.
Man, Shannon Sharpe is cooked. That's what I think. All right. And I have to be honest. I want to say it's unfortunate, but it is unfortunate for everybody involved, because I do hope that he did not do these things to this woman. So first off, prayers out to her if that was something that did go on or not. I will take that approach first. But this is crazy, dog. And before we even get into that, I want to say, do y'all not vet y'all employees no more? Like, because this is the thing. I searched his name in CBS and was able to find articles from 2010 and stuff about rumored allegations. And rumored allegations that go back to when he was playing with the Broncos. If I found it,
Why y'all ain't find it?
and it is where it's like,
but then you get into the conversation about workplace environments and all of that. Maybe they did find it,
you know, so
and it was like it's Shannon Sharpe.
And so that's where now.
True. Also allegations.
There are allegations. Too many. And so I'm kind of like, one, I understand he was about to sign $100 million deal apparently, so that's where it all came down. So the term to shake down. Yeah, ironically, I understand all that, but it's the text messages coming out. I understand that they were into BDSM things, but it's just looking really nuts. And then she's 19, 20.
That's where Shannon. You are 56 years old. A 19-year-old don't want nothing from you, man. Nothing but a bag. Nothing but a bag. We see this time and time again. You're not getting your groove back. You're getting played. All right. And if you want to give her the bag, that's fine. That's your prerogative. You can do that. But my brother, you talking about relationships? She's in the text messages asking for baby gravy. You gotta look at that, brother. Be sharp. Be like your name says. Like, think, bro. What do you do? This is nasty work, man. This is nasty work. I don't care how many times Shorty texted you something crazy. I don't care how many times y'all met up for BDSM. I don't care about none of that. It's like she said in other text messages. As soon as she said no, it's a dub. Get up out of there. And you get yourself out of these situations by not even dealing. You're 56. Where's your wife? Where's your, like, sit down. Why? Yeah, I can't. I don't. For me, you set yourself up for this play, because everybody along the way, from Monique to who else, to Cat Williams, everybody came along the way and said, "Hey, bro, Chad Ochocinco, hey, bro, you might want to cool out." And you was like, "Nah, I'm doing what I'm doing." Here you go. Congratulations, you played yourself, bros.
My brother, you have fallen. You have fallen from grace.
Fast.
I would like to say, I want to leave allegations as being allegations until, the rest of everything comes out, because I did see, like, when you read in some of these text messages, there are really big gaps in between from the time where she's texting the time where he's texting. Like, it was one part where it's like a year gap. So I'm like, what happened in between that time? Like, I guess until the full transcript and everything is out, I'll be able to make a better assessment of what has happened. But perception is reality, bro. Like, if you knew this was coming down the pipeline, because allegedly they had been going back and forth about this since February. Bro, you should have just paid that girl. Like,
facts.
And kind of tried to get that out the way. The part about him being 50, I mean, that's a whole separate issue. Like, I
want to get into that though.
I mean, I am a fool. I just don't. Number one, you can just tell he moved like a real old nigga. like you just an old nasty nigga. Like I've
Yeah. You've
through
been
this
around
con-
them. Yeah, you've been around
through
those
this
types of old men.
conversation, it just
Yeah.
I know niggas like this. And it's just like, bro, I am a part of the my former life. I am a reformed escort connoisseur, bro. Like, so it's like my man.
All right.
Just go get the escort.
All
But get the
right.
high class escort, like of everything
Yeah.
that you could have. There's so many women that really do this, like that you could have kept doing this for as long as you wanted to, my
And
boy,
never heard nothing
and
about
never
it.
heard nothing about it. And it's like, man, I don't know what trap you fell into. And I would have been cool with everything until the race play.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
yo. Hey, listen, my brothers. Any woman telling you to put a big black baby in her, you need to run for the hills, bro. You need to get far away from her.
Push her.
Like, yeah, push her. Don't grab her. Push her.
And
Push
you're
her
telling
away
me
from you.
that's got to be something. That's got to be
That's
something deeper
crazy.
rooted within
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
And that's my thing. It's like, bro, you from the sticks in Georgia. I know your grandma told you about this. I
but that's
know
what I'm
it.
saying. It has to be
Like,
something deeper rooted because
yeah,
for you to
yeah.
even, I mean, I know everybody got their own little thing, but for you to be into that, as far, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
Yeah.
wicked. It's wicked
It's
work.
nasty.
it's just
wicked work.
nasty. And I don't want to say I feel bad for him because we all got choices, we all got decisions. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Yep.
especially when you got shit to lose, bro, get off that phone.
Facts.
Get
Fact.
off that phone.
Facts.
And they
Facts.
talking about, yo, it's a secret video, bro. How did you allow this girl to come into your
Yeah.
space and secretly record something? Take the phone.
Yeah, you talking about I don't have a video and I don't. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you
Just
doing?
moving like you stupid.
Yeah,
So it's like, or that you just don't have nothing to lose. I don't know why you would be trusting a child.
that's the
He 56.
Ray.
Yeah.
Ray, go ahead, get your piece so we can get into that branch of the conversation because that's the next piece. What is going on?
All right.
I'm crying. Oh Lord, man. What is
Welcome, brother. Welcome.
Oh no.
is this lawyer Larry?
Uh-oh.
Is this lawyer Larry?
Uncle Shannon,
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
you like to dress sharp? I just wanted to make sure I was sharp when I address you, good sir. We good? We good?
We here.
Okay.
We here.
Uncle Shannon,
Hold on.
You done been
Introduce
here
yourself.
for a
Introduce
while, man.
yourself, brother. Hold on.
This
Introduce
is Ray.
yourself.
This is Ray. Bucket Hat Ray, Elton the Door, half of the R&R boys with my brother Rose. Just here to address you, Uncle Sharpe. You done been around the block. Our grandma's the same. Our mama's the same. That country is deeply rooted in you. I know they done taught you fables and ideologies to walk down. I know they said something crazy like, at minimum, half your age +7.
+7.
Rules like that. Keep it safe. Keep it safe, man. You were batting out your league. You was batting out your era. See, you didn't grow up with phones. You didn't grow up with this technology, my brother.
He was in the Negro League.
You need to stay in your era.
Yeah.
She grew up on this.
Facts.
She grew up on this. I don't understand what you was doing. I don't understand the whys behind it. But I do know you ignored a lot of advice. I know somebody grabbed you a few times and you pushed them off you.
Mother Monique grabbed that man in the most
Pushed him off you.
real way and said, you need to get you a good old big gal that's gonna cook and have you in the house, rub your feet,
Sir.
have you sitting down.
Sir, your grandma didn't pray for this.
At
She
all.
didn't give none of them tithes or offerings for you to be out here acting like this
At all.
in any way, shape,
At
or
all.
form.
Come on, man.
I know somebody tried to grab you before you released them text messages. That sounded like a you decision, looking just as bad as the rest of these decisions that have been going on.
And somebody should have grabbed you before you put out that press release about leaving ESPN. Because how you posting the screenshot of the message from your PR team? What Shannon is running around on his back foot looking crazy right now.
He too frantic. He got to do something.
The famous athlete we once knew is looking paranoid and spiraling, bro. You got to get it together. You look crazy.
The fix
His
was
Satchel
in.
Page trying to play with Barry Bonds now.
Facts.
It's a new day. They have enhancements, brother.
Facts.
The
Facts.
fix was in. What do y'all even talk about?
And
The
that's why
fix
it's
was
hard for me
in.
to feel bad about it. Because it's like,
Hey, man.
brother. And it's like the one thing I know about an old nigga is this one thing you niggas know about old niggas. An old nigga will talk you to death and tell you all these things that you supposed to be doing and how he grew up and how different they are and
be
go
on
and
dirt.
do the exact things that they tell you not to do.
100%.
And so I'm like, brother, the one thing you are not holier than thou, my boy. You need rehab.
Yeah.
You need rehabilitation.
Yeah.
We need to really talk about. I know I always, for some reason, I'm the old man bozo the guy here, but we need to really talk about these old people trying to regain lost popularity and lost fame that they didn't have because social media didn't exist. Like, because this is the thing, Shannon Sharpe is a perfect case of this. Think about it. When he retired, he was, I guess, the GOAT tight end, right? He had broke all the tight end records. He didn't have the love and the lore that Travis Kelce would have right now. He never got that because
he ain't become Unc. He ain't
had to
become
get
Unc till you got on TV cooning.
And
he ain't become Unc till it was them dogs and the miles, them black and miles and the hen dog.
Exactly. And you never had the opportunity to. He never had the opportunity to relish in his greatness and prime. And now, because you're on media, you got a new fresh life, and now it's Instagrams, the Twitters. You can now publicize yourself more. You want to go and regain some of that youthfulness that you used to have. It sounds good until you realize, as all of us have already said, you're reaching out your age group because
too old for this.
You don't know. We already seen you play Michelle. You accidentally went on Instagram Live.
Like, come on, bro.
And this was a few months ago. So we already know you don't know technology as you think you do.
I don't even think it's that. I don't even know how you accidentally go live. Don't it ask you if you want to do it first? Like, it's like, come on, bro. You start doing that and then you start selling enhancement pills right after that. Like, this is not that, but that's what I'm trying to get to. It's like, bro, you've been playing into this exact foolishness this whole time. So welcome to your lay in the bed, bro. I don't like the whole shakedown. First of all, listen, bro.
Hey,
if you hold on real quick, Ray. Let me just real quick. If you got shorty, a white woman, in your text messages talking about give me a big black baby, don't get on TV trying to tell me, oh, I'm a black man. I know what you are, and it's not that. It's not that. Go ahead, Ray.
You know that comes with Unc. You know that comes with the Unc situation, man. When you get hemmed up outside of your era, outside of your age, Shannon did a Unc statement. I'm a black man. You go reach for that. You know what that is.
Nasty.
You know what that is. Hey,
nasty.
Again, that's where the frustration comes, Uncle Sharpe. You've seen this before. Again, you had an example of you batting outside your era. You knew this. That Instagram clip, all your peers told you was batting outside your era. Nobody can still figure out how that accidentally happens. None of us. But I'm trying to give you the pass at the time of you are old. Maybe you're not savvy. Maybe you didn't know what happened. Because for us that grew up in it, that's not how players get caught slipping. That's not how players get caught slipping. So I said, man, Monique tried to grab you. Someone's reaching out to you.
And
I don't understand what's going on.
You was talking to Donnell Rollins crazy. You was talking to Donnell Rollins crazy. You was telling Donnell Rollins, where you meeting these girls? What y'all talking about? Why she so young? I'm just trying to understand. How is it like? Why would you do that? Well, Unc, Shannon, how did it happen?
Instagram
How'd it
Live,
happen?
You ran his OnlyFans vibe, settlement in 5.
Settlement in 5. Facts. Out of here.
That is nasty.
So I want to ask y'all though, like, where do y'all stand on the? Because clearly it's a conversation. There's been a conversation with the Tracy Ellis Ross thing. There's the conversation with the Shannon of like this age dating gaps. Where do y'all stand in this? You can go. Ev, you can go.
I'll
Yeah,
go
go ahead.
first. First off, if you're grown, do what you want to do. But I'm gonna say no. 56, like and I'm gonna use that example first. 56-19, absolutely the hell not. 56, my nigga, my stopping range would probably be 35, if anything. It depends. I'll be real, and I'll have to be honest too, because this is something that also why Shannon Sharpe was reaching out his range. When you look a certain way and got a certain stature, that alters your age gap. Because if I'm single, 56, and I look like, if I can still stay in the gym, I'm probably gonna be able to shoot out that range too. But that's the problem, is that
Shameless plug. Good shout out to yourself. I love that.
hey man, stay fit. That's what you got to do.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's
Always
a
a threat.
part. But that's the issue though, is that like you need to have some type of gap here, because like you said, Nico, what are you talking about? Like there's besides the age gap, there's a conversation gap, there's a experience gap, there's gaps in every lane. I can't. So for me, age gap is when I was in college, I would say I used to always have a rule. Nobody, when I was in my 20s, I would say nobody 2 years younger than me. 2 years was the stopping point. So 25, 23, that was it.
I'm with you. I feel that.
Like, but and now like it is, and I mean now I don't think about it because I don't ever plan on hopefully ever being single again. But
look at that.
Yeah.
But
Aww.
2 shout outs back to back. Look at him. He in his bag.
Look at you.
Look at him.
Look at you.
Love self, love her. Oh,
He's gonna get Potter of the month in the house. That's what he
Hey, he cooking right now.
But it's that, bro. Age, no, that shit nasty. No, I can't do it.
Yeah. Ray made the statement about half your age plus 7, right? For me, that would be
your age divided by 2 plus 7.
Right. And for me, that would be a 21-year-old, and I would be disgusted.
Yeah, that would be 23 for me. That would be
like what I'm saying.
Like, I get you. No, I get what you're saying.
That's the minimum that you should even ever consider. It's still not recommended, but that's the minimum that you should ever consider. Your age divided by 2 plus 7 is how low you could go. Emphasis on low.
Yeah. And
the only weird range, I think, to me for that, because one, it always keeps you safe. Let's start there. It always keeps you within an age bracket that you don't have to have no additional allegations. You feel me? The only time where it's weird to me is that little pocket of your college years, man. Hey, dog, you shouldn't be 21 dating anyone under 18. If you in the bar and he or she can't, stop it.
Dub it.
Stop it. Or you need, unless y'all was high school sweethearts, and even then it might be questionable. So that little college side, man, just date where you can both go. That's how I feel about that in that pocket. Date where you can both go, but your age divided by 2 plus 7, bro. Keep it safe.
I've always dated around my age range, a year or two older or same age. I think I've dated girls like a year younger than me once. Never been an appeal of mine to go grab a little 21-year. Like, that's just not, I don't know, like 4 years is a crazy gap. 3 years is a bit much. Like, the older you get, 37, 33, whatever. All right, cool, whatever. You know what I mean? Everybody grown. But for me, general rule, I always try to just stay around my age range, bro. Like, I can't, it's not necessary. And if you can't bag, I don't even want to say bag. If you can't court a woman in your age bracket, like successfully, and you gotta go down lower to be successful, that's something off up here. You gotta go figure that out.
But the conversation exists where we understand we live. I don't know whether it's cultural. I don't know if it is a result of whatever system. I'll honestly say I haven't tried to dive that far into that certain mindset, right? But we know that oftentimes women shoot up and men aim for physical. So after a certain age, the physicalities between it, the physicalities don't necessarily exist the same. Mm-hmm. So that is a conversation piece, because as long as they are of a certain age, there are beliefs out there that you still should be able to do what you want to do if they're two consenting adults.
I
So
get.
what would make that?
I'm saying
You know,
at certain points, reality got to settle in, bro. If you 56, the age range of like you in the gym, I'm sure it ain't only 19-year-olds in that gym. Like you know what I'm saying? Like at a certain point, the reality has to set in. I get, the women my age, they ain't looking the greatest. You're in the gym already. Like I know, go move around, talk to some folks, see who else is in the joint. But I know you ain't just set like there's nobody else available in the gym that you had to settle on a 19-year-old because of body crazy. Stop it. Like
And my thing,
go ahead.
sorry to cut you off, but I just want to say this. Once you hit your 50s, anybody younger than your kids or in your kids' range is off limits. Because that's one thing I've been lost with this entire thing. That girl 19.
19.
His youngest child, I believe, is 25.
Like, come on, man.
So
They couldn't even went to the same high school. Like, this is ridiculousness. It's nasty, bro.
but
Rose, what's your stance on the dating age gaps?
I mean, shit. Everybody. I mean, if it's consenting adults, like, all right, cool. But it's like at a certain point. I mean, I'm in agreement with y'all. Like, some shit is just weird to me, and I guess you don't really understand it until like if the roles were reversed and that was your daughter talking to a 50-year-old man, you may feel a little different about that situation. You know
The
what I'm
power
saying?
dynamics is ridiculous, bro.
And it's just like at the end of the day, like I don't have nothing in common with a 21-year-old, a 22-year-old. Like our lives are completely different, and it ain't nothing to really talk about. Now, if it's just a sex thing, like, all right, cool. Like I get it, cool. But this looked like y'all was trying to be in a relationship, which I'm like a 19. Like what do y'all talk about?
What's the plans? What's the goal? Like you working on life insurance policies and figuring out estates, and she could go back to school, right? Like she should be in college right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
I just don't get the angle.
I'm gonna keep it clean. If you one of the older guys, you 30, 40, and you spending your time with the 18, 19s, and 20-year-olds, bro, you're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is. I'm not sorry. You're a weirdo. Like, there's a line. There's just a line. And at a certain point, if y'all don't have nothing in common that y'all can build towards, like, her life goals and your life goals is not the same thing. If the only thing that's here is physical, my man, go find you something your age and get physical with it. Because otherwise, this don't lead to nothing proper, nothing good.
That sounds good.
I don't see nothing good coming from this shit.
That sounds good.
That's how I've ran my whole like.
No, I got you. No, really quick. That sounds good for the deep thinkers. For y'all that don't think that far, let me just keep it simple for you and keep it clean. If you got to take supplements to keep up with her energy, rethink your situation.
I mean, these days, bro,
I don't care
taking
if
supplements just because.
Nope. I don't care if you need the caffeine drink, you need the Hims, you need the blue pill, you need to put some oil on your knees, you need some vapor rub. If you need any supplement to keep up with her, reconsider your situation.
Shannon Sharpe,
that's simple.
Shannon Sharpe, you're a nasty man, and I hope everybody in this situation gets what they deserve. I'll say that. I hope if anything happened to her, I hope she gets the help and the counseling and all of that she needs. Shannon, I hope you go get the help and the counseling that you need, because you having a midlife crisis, brother. You having a full-blown midlife crisis, and we've seen it on camera for the last couple of years. And this ain't it.
And that's if all of this is true.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if all of this is facts, I hope everybody goes and gets what they need from the situation.
I don't want to backtrack. I understand what you're saying, Nick. I don't want to backtrack in hindsight, and at least for me personally, start assessing things because maybe it's my perception and what I thought I've seen on social media. I don't want to go back and say we've been seeing this type of stuff because he does have a large amount of success and momentum that people were highlighting for how he typically handled himself. So until this very point where I do understand those allegations have been out, those allegations came out when he wasn't at this point in public perception, right? Like he was a football player, yes, but I think this is the most popular he's ever been. He has like his own version of Joe Budden. We know you more for
Mhm.
this possibly than we do for what you were professional in. So he was always viewed as Unc for a reason, right? Even the whole Club Shay Shay thing, when people come and vent to Unc because he's a personality that you love, you embrace. So I may not be willing to go back in the hindsight situation and start assessing things in this manner, as opposed to going like just build from here, right? Because I don't know if we really have many told you so moments, even though we have certain, like Monique and them saying something to him and trying to grab him.
That's the
In
moment.
totality, his character, no, but in totality, what I'm saying is his character was viewed a particular way. I'm not saying that's not the moment. What I'm saying is it's hard to go back now and be like, oh, yeah, see, it was just right here. It's like, nah, man, he's loved currently. And until this very point, he was loved. We might have had some jokes on him. We might have had some situations where it's like, oh, man, you could have handled it better. But his character really wasn't like that in question is what I'm saying. However, with all that, you a nasty man, Papa. You a nasty man, Papa.
And I think
Facts.
that's where we do have to do a better job.
Let's keep it
between
moving, man. Let's keep it moving.
separating
Shannon,
personalities.
peace,
Like,
peace,
some-
and
some of
sorry,
these
bro.
people
Hold on,
are
wait,
just
wait.
personalities, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you got to separate the personality from the actual man, and I think that's where we kind of get lost in all of this. We start to begin to think that these people that we maybe love or feel like we know them due to, you know,
Seeing them on
them being as open as you think they are. Like
right.
sometimes you truly do have to separate the character of Shay Shay or Shannon Sharpe from like, no, this is a whole nother person, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
you don't know what people do behind closed doors and how they move. So stop having expectations for these niggas, man.
That part too. Definitely that part too. All right, cool. I guess I think that wraps up. We can wrap up there with that.
Does this expand into any other relationship talks? Because you know this is a public perception that created even off of him. It didn't create it. Revitalize that conversation that happens at least 3-4 times a year because of examples like this, the age and the buzzword of predatory, all that stuff.
I mean,
Any added thoughts?
I think we kind of covered it. Like, my play is just date around your age range. Like, date around your age range and don't none of this really affect you for real. Like, I don't see a purpose in being an older man going to be around young women other than you have a understanding and a power dynamic that is beneficial for you. Like, go kick it with somebody on your same level. Like, that's just how I always looked at it. So I don't, with the predatory shit, it's like I get it because you 56 and surely waving around your bag too. Like, that's the other piece too. It's like y'all be this age with the success and all of that, and then waving around the money to attract them, and then trying to use that as the controlling aspect. And it's like, come on, cuz what we do? Because a woman your age or that don't need the bread, she ain't gonna be moved by that shit.
I think we got to keep it clean though. I don't believe that predatory only applies to one side, and I'm not even just specifically speaking in his situation. It's always whenever that is used in situations like this or in context, it's only applied to one party or one individual, and it's not to excuse or save anybody when talking about this, but one action that's being highlighted does not dictate the entire relationship, because at the same time we would also be asking, what is a 19-year-old doing with a 56-year-old?
Is she
And
looking for a
based on some
bag?
of the stuff that she was saying, so predatory do go both ways. Percentage wise on who it weighs more on, we can always have that talk, but be honest in that conversation of it's not just one side and it's not always assumed. And I'm not
I get
speaking to
you,
you
but this is
necessarily.
I get you. I'm just saying,
You
but
know?
even in that, it's like if you the older party, the responsibility is on you to make sure how that situation is about to go. So like, I'm never gonna be looking at a 21-year-old like, well, why was you talking to me? I'm a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The weight of how the word is used is something that could be a conversation. I understand what you're saying. I'm more so on the side of it's rarely, from what we have seen examples of, 100% on the other side, right? Just or 100% on one person's side. And I think that's a conversation that's not often had, if at all. It does go both ways. So in an effort to get past just the court of public opinion, going off of, even as Rose said, and what we know, a lot of allegations. And so if we're working with the allegations, or we'll take that word off the table, if we're working with the gray area of a lot of unknown, then don't make your conversation so acute to the point where you think you're talking facts. If it's as open in our lack of knowledge, it's also as open in the conversation. So don't just, that's where I'm saying we should keep it clean on that, because don't just dive into a bag. I get the age, I'm not taking that away, but it does go both ways. There was a lot of actions. You saw what she was saying. You saw whether it be talk or whatever the case may be, you're making cognizant decisions.
Yeah,
And if there were flags there if we can acknowledge that there was flags there for both sides, and both sides also had an opportunity to walk away, I'm still not disputing the age. We would put more credence or expectations on him for being older, for sure. For sure.
That's where I sit with that.
But and it's also the same way we highlight Monique tried to grab him and people that tried to talk to him. We can also highlight, there's a possibility she wasn't working dolo. She had advice too. She would have people in her life too, is what we can also potentially apply to her. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Keep it clean as far as, especially when we start using particular words. Yeah. Right. So especially when we start using particular words as cheap,
like,
and even whether she does or whether she doesn't, what I'm saying is, if we get to the point where we're using what we know as damning words, predatory is a damning word. Whether you get found not guilty or not, that word is going to stick to you. So those words that will pretty much create the situation that he's in, if we're going to utilize that, make sure you're having a clean playing field and assessing the situation before we go specifically to something that will hold somebody down probably for the rest of their life.
Now, Ray, hold on. Because I'm going to answer your first question before that. And let me just say this. Fuck all that. Let's really keep it clean. This predatory nature, you old niggas, y'all don't know how to get women in your age range. You don't know how to talk to women in your bracket. What you need to do is go outside, go get some reps in the gym, go and try to date women, because you're a failure at dating women your age. You've always been. So your best bet was to go to somebody who's younger than you, who doesn't really have the mental capabilities as you, and who's more successful or more capable of being manipulated by you. That's the real problem. You niggas can't go get nobody that's in your age group. That's why everybody, Monique, Cat Williams, that's why everybody been telling you this. Hey, go get somebody that's your age, because it's more relatable. You know it's not relatable. You can game these younger people, and then you're using your money because it works even more. Oh, I ain't even really got to talk her. Flash. No, go outside, because that's the nasty nature. Because Ray, the same way you saying these women or these younger are using predatory back, there's choices. His old ass had a choice, and he wouldn't be in this if he didn't make the choice to go deal with somebody that's almost 3 times younger than him. That's where we really got to be at with this. And that's why I get that. But we really got to put the problem on him, because if he didn't indulge and engage, it wouldn't be here.
A woman that's 35 could have did the same exact shit.
That's very true.
Yeah. Like, the situation could still be the same. Like,
the situation could have happened with someone that's 55 like him.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exclusive.
And now we talking could.
You put yourself at in a bad situation for it to happen. The probability.
That's the thing. It's like the probability of this going is higher because of her age range. Like, granted, if a 35-year-old could be trying to get him for his bag, a 55-year-old could be trying to get him for his bag.
If somebody's trying to get you, they're trying to get you.
If they're trying to get you, they're trying to get you for sure. But I know, just my own self, a 19-year-old, she is not too many options for the reason why she here other than a bag. So it's like, at that point, the responsibility is yours to sit and be like, even if she is being predatory towards you, protect yourself. Think, use your brain.
I think trying to right there eliminates the conversation, which is why I brought it up. Because if it's just,
it relies on the men. It relies on if she has to be predatory towards something, right? And if there's not an arena of this already happening, there's no conversation about this. If we don't have a situation where old men or more successful men, whatever, have a preference for dating younger women, there's no thought process. There's nobody coaching you to be like, oh, you can just go shoot up there and go get your bag. That doesn't happen if the men up top ain't sitting up there like, yeah, let me just go grab this little 19-year-old. That's Leonardo DiCaprio. That's all of y'all. Everybody that do it.
And that's exactly why I brought up what I said, because it went right back to just assigning it to a one-way thing and just assuming that every time that situation happens, it's predatory, because it's not. We also know a lot of relationships where someone older dated somebody younger. I'll be more specific to Ev's point. A older man dated a younger woman and they were both happy. So are we just assuming manipulation every single time that happens? Or are we keeping it clean and saying this does happen? But the reason why I brought up that conversation is more so on the piece of, one, we need to talk about it. Two, if we just summarize it every single time, then you are now damning other people to have that same type of mindset. If we just sit here and go, you shouldn't be dating someone that age, and then we walk outside and we spur that type of just that single ideology, and we see someone that looks younger, we automatically start assuming negative every single time. And it's not always that, which is why we talk about words like allegation, which is why we also say, hey, maybe vet it a little more, maybe go through a process and making sure that it's solid, maybe actually talk to your peers, introduce them if you really feel that way, and then we have an idea of what's going on, as opposed to this just learning from this situation. From my understanding, at least from what we see, I don't think he ran this through the process. I don't think you took her around your family. I don't think you took her around your friends for them to actually be there, which is what, okay. I got that. But on the other part where we have seen it happen, that's the part where it's like, man, because I don't know if you were in a situation where you dedicated your time to only work and building your career and you haven't really been outside really ever. You were just doing this. You got to the point of being successful. And you finally stepped outside and that's who you came across. I'm not saying it can't happen. And on the flip side, if I see your peers because I know we're addressing men. Let me be clear too. I want to add that part. I know we're addressing men, and I understand that. It's also understanding that if we just summarize that conversation, then we can't have the full keep it clean moment. Because just like Ev had mentioned, you see the Tracy Ellis Ross's speaking. We've seen that clip. So she's out here, even though it still kind of touches on the situation of saying the men her age aren't forward thinking or whatever the case may be. You're now telling us that you aim younger, right? So you're saying the men your age, she summarized the same exact way, the men your age can't fathom that. So we would be sitting here telling him to date his age, even though he might be in the wrong. And then we would turn around, and if they say thoughts like that, which is why we need the conversation, if a lady says a thought like that, we'll be telling the men to date up, or that's okay for them because the women were okay with it. Is that what we're doing?
I haven't seen the Tracy Ellis Ross clip in full to know.
We could pause.
You want to?
There's an opportunity. Pause? We could pause. Pull it up.
Pause. All right, hold on. Let's pause real quick. Hold on. All right, so we're back. We took a little second to go watch that clip right quick. Now repose your question, please.
Damn. All right. What was I saying? So if we, that's what it was. If we're gonna group it and make it just a single thought when it comes to the age, I was bringing up on the flip side, on the counterpart, while also understanding what Tracy is saying. We went back and watched the Tracy Ellis Ross clip. What she is saying, and I'm sure women that might echo her sentiment, this Shannon Sharpe example would play into that. With that understanding, it would play directly into that with the toxic masculinity in that thought process. I'm opening the conversation to be more broad and general, as again, opposing just assuming that is the only option, or that all men that age are only toxic masculinity. If we're talking just a broad scope of things, I'm presenting, is it the same way when we're looking at women that, just like she was saying, would prefer to date younger, whether even if we're positive, she's saying that they're more advanced in thinking or they're more progressive. It could also be women that would prefer the older style of mindset, and not saying toxic masculinity, but comes from a patriarchal traditional situation. So just saying that they date younger, are we doing the same thing for the other side? Are we telling men to date up, and that's okay for them? based off
I
of what y'all
mean,
two said.
well, if we look at it, like there's, cougars don't really get the same creep level that, the men do, even though it's kind of the same thing. I think men do get a little bit more leeway with sliding older women. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a stripe almost in some cases. But I still don't think that's any less predatory. Like because the way I'm looking at it is life experience. In some of these situations, the money they play a part in it, the wisdom that you have, like all of these things play into how you deal with somebody. And if you are 50 dealing with somebody that doesn't even have half of the time you have on earth to put things together, and then understanding like folks' brains ain't even fully developed yet, and to me, I don't care if it's a woman doing it to a younger man or an older man doing it to a younger woman. I'd look at it all the same. Like if there's yes, it's some moments where it's like, I just met this dude and it just went like that, and that's cool. But more often than not, this is a pattern. This is like a thing that you do. And for me, if you cannot find success dating unless it's 30 years under you, that's an issue for me. 20, 30 years, like, yeah, I can't. I'm not rolling. Just personally, I'm not rolling.
And in my point that I was making, that is the kind of extent. Cause like I said, when you grown, it kind of when I say grown, but when you in your 40s and 50s, the numbers kind of get skewed differently. Because if you 50 with a 42-year-old, that 8-year gap in that sense that's you both are two fully grown
adult.
live.
You dig what
So
I'm saying?
it looks way better than a 2028, 1927. That is a very different landscape of it. And that's what I was going to say with the Tracy Ellis Ross point that you were making. She didn't, her falling grace in that is that she didn't say an age. She just said younger men. So she could be talking about somebody that's 43, 42, because that is a different generation from the men her age. So that's the saving. And in that regard, I don't see an issue with that. Like I don't see that type of younger, older conversation because it's different in that.
Where does the progressive mindset? Where do y'all feel that age? Like what generation? Like if you're going to say millennial or Gen X,
probably
whatever,
us.
what generation or age gap do you feel the progressive mindset really was a push?
Probably how they dictated. I think and how it seems. I think it was probably be like that. People that's born like that 82 range is probably the starter because they the ones that were actually teenagers through the 90s of seeing real life things changing. So they're getting the first hand. And then we got it even better as they younger brothers and sisters in the 90s being born.
So 42 and down, give or take, 42 and down is what she's talking about.
I would say actually 80. So I would say 80 because it's 2025. So I would say 1980. So that'd be 45 and down.
Well, no, if you're saying the millennial age started in what year?
Oh.
Since if we're doing numbers, because you're saying what her falling grace was, she didn't specify an age, which is why I asked my question. So if we're going with the progressive thought that she is talking about, and we're to specify the millennial age because that's younger, she's 52. And if we're saying that's 82, 84, whenever that age bracket was,
it's 81.
81. Okay. So
and we know by that clip she wasn't
44 and down.
Anybody in their 40s. Like let's stop.
So if
was she talking about?
Hold on.
Do y'all think she was talking about 20-year-olds?
Do y'all think she was talking about
people that were 40?
I'm responding specifically
so
to what
30.
I'm responding to what
I think she was talking about a significant gap.
But I'm saying like
I don't know that. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm responding to what Ev said. He said her saving grace was she didn't put an age. What I'm responding to that is she did specify progressive thinking. So if we're agreeing that progressive thinking started with those that are 81 or younger. 81 or younger, that's the year, which will put you somewhere in your early. If I'm 33, so that's 10 years older than me, that puts you at 43 at best. So she's starting off saying you're going to be 43 or younger.
I definitely think she was talking about some 30-year-olds, probably.
And so in that exact moment is why I bring up that conversation. Why would you assume it different for a man that you wouldn't assume for her?
But in my stance, I'm still looking at it the same way. Like if it gets.
Listen to how you're saying it though. I'm assuming she's not going younger. I'm assuming that it was within you're giving a cushion that you didn't apply at all to the man side.
Well, see, with the man side, there is none of that context there.
Right. Like we get the man side, the context that we have is they trying to
moved
fuck
it off
him.
of Shannon. I moved it off of Shannon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Pete, if again, I said I look at it the same way either way though. Like I don't, if you 52 and you only dating 30-year-olds.
That's like only, and that's where
you know what I'm saying? Like that's where I get the like if it happens, cool. Yeah. But if it becomes a situation where it's like this is my bag of debt, it's like what's going on over there?
I'm tracking.
When I made my statement
really
across the board for me, like
really quick, Ed, my bad. I want to add this. I can't fathom dating.
Clean it up.
Clean it up. More than 5 years. Like it's insane to me to even process that, bro. Like my eyes don't work that way. But at the same time, I leave the context of I know I was shooting up and had success shooting up. I have classes I passed in college shooting up. So I can't necessarily mark that. But at the same time, hold on, keeping it clean. I can understand looking back on it now where I could have been taken advantage of just as well. Mm-hmm. But it was me. I have to be in keeping it clean.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But that's the thing. It's like when you're the vulnerable party, even if you see the play of like, well, yeah, I wanted to do X, Y, it's like, bro, you may have the capability to say like, I'm grown and I understand what I was trying to do. That's what I was looking for. But it's like, still, regardless, there's a person that go ahead.
I don't think it's still regardless. I don't think it's a but. I think it has to be acknowledged in the same breath of I was vulnerable but cognizant.
Yeah,
I was aware. There's still that's all I'm getting to. I don't want to distract too far from again nasty man.
I'm with you,
right? But what I'm more so on that part of the lack of the across the board accountability. I was vulnerable but cognizant enough to where it was like realistically I knew better decisions could have been made.
Yeah,
or
you're just saying two things
safer decisions, or that's what I'm trying to get at. That's why I was like, before we start assigning, especially words like predatory, creep, those things that we know are permanently damaging, permanently damning, and it only applies to one side of the fence in the usage that we typically see. That's all I'm getting at.
My usage goes for both of y'all. It goes across the board for all you.
So I'm just opening that conversation again.
Okay.
Nasty man, Papa.
Nasty man, Papa.
You a nasty man.
You're a nasty man, Papa.
But just making sure us keeping it clean amongst men, because what I also want to get at is if we're addressing us and what it's like in the dating pool, especially highlighting the millennial age, the progressive thought process, older man, internet, all this other type of stuff. We in our age bracket have more or less been going through the change and growing process as we got older, right? So as we turned adults and got to the age that we're at now, most of this stuff was brand new to even everybody. All the people are learning it at the same time. So I want to leave that conversation there for those that are getting into the game now, because we all also admit we don't want to be outside right now. We see what outside looks like. It's a scary place.
You're better off having one woman. Everything is tricky right now.
It's a scary place. We came from an era where we still remember what it used to be like, and that's why it scares us right now. And we were the change. And we're looking at it like, whoo, boy. So for those getting into it, before, just making sure you could actually have a conversation and chop it up and like get into that bag. Don't lock yourselves into one thought. That's just Ray speaking. That's why I opened the door. You watching us do it here. Make sure you use words for words and have full-on conversations, because that's what Unc didn't do. That's what the old heads didn't do. And as us that changed it, and he wasn't prepared for our changes, y'all learn from us. Have some talks. Have some fair talks.
All right. So that'll do for.
Take his phone.
Please, take his phone. Take his phone.
Stop
grab his phone.
Stop tweeting. Stop doing interviews. Stop
Shut up.
Get off of Instagram. Grab Shannon's phone.
Grab,
throw
yeah.
it.
You should don't
Put
do
him
no
in
more
timeout.
nightcaps. No more
He
nightcaps.
did one last night.
Yeah, like all of that. Like no nightcaps.
And drop the episode with Terrence Crawford the other. Hey,
You
man,
gotta chill
we
out,
should
bro.
be allowed to put adults in timeout. Can we bring that? Can we make them put their nose in the corner? We should be allowed.
Go stand
as
in the
youth,
corner 2 weeks.
Just go stand in the corner.
He
And
talk
I'll let
about
you know.
he talk about yeah, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back when the preseason starts. Let
the-
me tell you something, Shannon. Let me tell you
Hey,
something.
the
You
same
will
way-
be
the same way-
nowhere
nowhere.
near an ESPN
Hey,
office. Okay.
The same way our parents used to tell us when you would ask, like, how long am I in trouble for? Till I feel like
Till
it.
I
We
fit,
should have a
till I
moment.
say so.
Hey, we should get to have that moment with the old heads. Just
How
go
long am
stand
I
in
on
that corner.
punishment? Till I say so.
Till I say so.
Hell. All right. That's keeping it NFL though.
Just a quick
nasty
update.
transition.
Shedeur still hasn't been drafted. We're deep in round 4. Shedeur still hasn't been drafted. And at this point, I just want to give it, since it is live in real time, keeping it clean, acknowledge that he's going to be a backup. And I think that's cool. I think that's better for him. But at the same time, teams are drafting for what they need right now.
Mhm.
So there's a high possibility that he hasn't seen it. You know what I'm saying? Or he hasn't came up because he's not the need.
I don't watch football personally. It's not my thing. So I'll just ask y'all: is this crazy or is this like? Is it understandable?
Well, let me backtrack really quick. My bad, co-host. I realized this was an off-air conversation. We hadn't started yet, so let me introduce it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do. And then
my bad.
I was trying to keep it.
Yeah, pardon self. So we're talking about that Shedeur Sanders, who was a projected first-round draft pick, has still yet to be picked up in the NFL draft that is currently going on as we speak. He wasn't the first round, he wasn't the second round, and at this point, he wasn't even the third round. We are currently in round 4, live in real time, and he still has not been taken off the board. So if you're unaware, if you don't watch football, you're not really sure what's up to date. He's the son of Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders had an illustrious NFL career, one of the best cornerbacks ever to play for numerous teams, and he is a high-profile player. Primetime was his nickname. He was a high-profile player, a personality, played both multiple sports at the highest levels because he was a baseball player as well. So fast forward, got sons in college. Son plays for him. He has coached his son since he was a kid, all the way up through Colorado University. And coming into this draft, even from last year, we knew that he was supposed to be a first-round pick, and it didn't happen this year. So the current topics that are going on with it. Go ahead.
Was he supposed to be a first-round pick just based off like how he played, or based
he
off
was supposed to be out of the talent? At least the talent coming out, he would have been a first-round pick as a QB.
Okay. So he good. He dope. He fire as a QB.
Yeah. Now, keeping it, if we're understanding where it was going into the draft after the end of this past college season and over some of the workouts, it was at least put out there he may not be first, but worst case second round draft. He may have lost his first round footing, but at worst case scenario, he's off the board in the second round. So that's what it was like going into draft night, and he still hasn't been drafted. So the topics on the conversation is it racist? Is it a shot? Is the NFL trying to send a message? Is this a humbling? Is this because of his dad? Those are the hot topic issues.
Got you.
What is y'all's thoughts on it?
Yeah, Rose, what you think?
Know how the NFL work because I've seen it time and time again. Nobody is bigger than the shield, and I don't want to go too because this ain't even something you have to go too crazy about. Simple and plain, nobody is bigger than the shield. When you try to be bigger than what the fuck going on, they make examples out of people. Now I have never seen like somebody projected to be first round and then it's the 4th round and you just still haven't been drafted. Like some of these players that they drafted over him is, you can tell this has been,
they're trying to send him a message type shit.
I don't know if they're trying to send him a message, but it's just, and there's probably so many things that come with drafting him too. Like people don't want distractions, and I just think the way that he went about it by not working out potentially and allegedly when he got in some of those meetings, he was kind of arrogant, and there's a lot of different things that play into it. But at the end of the day, it's just like it's still a business. It's still, if these teams don't feel like you the right fit for them, you're not the right fit. Simple and plain. Man, it is what it is.
Ev, what you think?
I think it's a combination of what everybody said. I personally think it's partly some influence of this is because of who his dad is and the voice that his dad has. Deion Sanders, we all know, prime time, that one of the greatest cornerbacks ever, greatest football players that played this game. He's also a head coach. He's also on TV a lot. Like he's an active tweeter. He's a person who is a boisterous person in the NFL. Well, I don't think someone wants to draft the child of whose father has a voice and who has some influence behind that voice. Because if he says something and it picks up steam, it can make fans could echo the same sentiments, and those sentiments could not be true, or they could be biased towards the child towards his son when it's not the benefit of the organization that's drafting them. So I look at it as that part, and then I look at it when I say of it's the draft of what these teams need as well right now, because how I've always looked at it, it was only what 3 or 4 teams that desperately needed a quarterback in this draft, and we've seen in the first round, it was what 3 teams. It was the Titans. It was the Steelers needed a quarterback. The Giants needed a quarterback. Well, 2 of those teams took a quarterback. The only team that kind of didn't was still it took a defensive tackle, and so that was one of the first dominoes where if you didn't take the quarterback that you needed because you filled a hole somewhere else, well, okay, that means that it was a necessary thing to get those other positions filled. And that's the problem you have with a quarterback. It's only one quarterback that can start every team, unlike all the other positions. So if you have your quarterback or if you found your quarterback in this draft, as Ray said, you're drafting now for solely backup and depth. And with quarterbacks, now, like Ray said, if you drafted a quarterback now in these later rounds, you have your QB1, you probably have your QB2 as well in your system. So you're literally just looking at a young guy that's going to just fill a roster spot and be a backup or emergency quarterback, or someone that you just want to develop, someone that you know is going to sit.
And he's not going for that, as it seems.
But it's hard to keep putting it on him because there is
no. I'm saying is that like the talk, like the feeling of like he's not gonna be, or Deion is not going for that. Like,
and that's the thing that I want to touch on, because one, there was a QB by a team that needed a quarterback that drafted a QB that had no business being drafted above Shedeur, and that's Cleveland. They took old boy out of Oregon that had no business being drafted above Shedeur, right? Yeah. So looking at that, I would counter that ideology with the simple fact that even if you felt you didn't want to deal with him, we also know that it's a business, and having Deion on your side is also going to bring you business. It's going to bring you money. I don't think even a negative critique would ruin the business of what the allure of ESPN, FS1s, all of them touching on Deion drama. So this team and Deion going back and forth, or even Shedeur, even if it's just them, you're getting revenue. People are tuning in to what it is. He is that big of emotion, at least his pops is. And whether you feel his son is following in that footsteps or not, it's bringing you money. So we can't be like it's a business every other time, and then now all of a sudden you're trying to avoid it, especially if we have similar actions as before. Eli Manning did the same thing. Is Archie as big as Deion? No, but Archie is a known name in the league. Was he a coach? No, I'm not gonna fault Deion.
I think your mic went out.
Yeah, I thought it was my headphones.
Yo.
Yeah, you good? Now you
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna fault you for. I'm not gonna fault Deion for doing more than what Archie did, right? So we saw Eli do the same thing. Said he refused to play for a team altogether. Even we told him ahead of time before they drafted him.
Went out again. Technical difficulties on the Keep It Clean podcast. Just bear with us.
Back again?
Yes, sir. We are back in
All right.
action.
So we've seen similarities is what I'm getting to behind it. And you allow the thing, you can speculate on what's the difference between Eli Manning and Shedeur Sanders all you want. I'll leave that for you. I'm not going to state the obvious. But I will point out it's a business at the end of the day. That jersey's going to sell. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
Shedeur's jersey was going to sell because you're just hoping, even with his potential of having that name, that if he just does decent, you get a fan base. The same thing we saw with Colorado. That's where it's hard for me to just go with, yeah, man, it wasn't some extra stuff behind it because he was going to get the money. We saw who turned out just for the first few Colorado games.
Facts. Yeah.
When he wasn't a name, he was just his dad's son. When he hadn't done nothing in college, we saw who turned out there. I can understand the play. Cam Ward, clearly a better QB. To me, you could debate with the second one taken, Dylan Gabriel, no. But the money, that's where I can say is like, nah, that this is personal.
Now, I agree with you. Hold on there. I agree with you, but my only retort about this business is that the football business and revenue dollars is a little different from other sports. You only got 17 games. And the bottom line that matters is butts in them seats. And if you are a losing product, we don't care who you got. Dion, because and that's why I say, because NFL fandom is different. Like, there is really no fair weather when it comes to that, like other sports. These are diehard NFL fans. If Shedeur gets drafted to a team where he has to start and you're losing, they're not pulling out to come and see a losing product like that, even if just because it's Shedeur or it's Dion's that's involved. That's where
the
I kind of
Browns
retort.
filled seats, the Raiders filled seats. No one cares about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain teams where you know,
but
they're
now I'm
trash.
saying not. But I'm saying not. I'm saying no. I'm saying but the additive of a Dion or a Shedeur isn't a big enough reason to bring them in. It's not a big enough reason.
Because it's only a positive. There's many draft picks that we know. Same thing that when we were talking about Brownie, right? There's many draft picks that we know good and well. You were drafted in a particular round. We may not hear from you by the end of this season, right? We know that happens in the game. But if I bring someone in that is going to get me money, even if it's just for this season, the name is going to get you money. Whether he doesn't start and people have the put him in and then you go try to get tickets just to see his debut, or he's doing bad and then you take him away and it's like, what's going to happen next? But you still got people to come in to watch him. It's still the business.
I get that. I just look at it because of the fact it's a limited opportunity because of the amount of games. That's the only reason why I look at it differently like that. Like and that's why I say you can't really use basketball because it's 82. You got 82 games, like, and then they got the call up, like what you said with Bronny. Well, Bronny was playing in the G League if he wasn't playing in the NBA. So that's where that support and fandom and money was being really generated. You don't get, it's only one quarterback that's starting. They not going to dole out. They're not doling out to come sit and watch the games if he ain't a starter. Like, they're not just
okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say that's that bottom line. Because then if they are losing and they put him in and he bad, it's not an additive to, oh, let's go run, because that's the fandom part of it. They're not rushing to see him if he sucks and they losing. If they win and they balling, yeah.
I'll wrap it up like this on my end. There's certain teams where non-casual football fans have no idea who their QB is. There's certain people that don't even know who the non-top 5 QBs are right now. If it's not Pat Mahomes, might mention Josh Allen, you know, Jalen Hurts, the certain ones, Lamar. Okay, once you get out of 10, it's whoever's starting, and them teams still get seats filled. You at least know this man's name, whether it be through his dad or it's going to still have some, even if he's playing bad, if he's not playing, that money still comes. That's the one thing about football. Them seats are still going to be filled. Even if it's like, damn, they suck, I got some cheap seats though. So let's just go to the game. That's the allure of football that you're always going to get. It may not be the same with basketball and that. So there's still certain things, at least to me, where it cushions the blow, or you only benefit in drafting him. It gets to the point where the business side, we can argue talent, but that business side, come on, man.
Sure. All right. Y'all draft Shedeur Sanders, man. Get him on the team. I'm saying it's greatness. It's greatness. Get him on the team. I wanted to talk about this, even though it kind of cleared up already. There was a situation last week. Artist Dodie Six that is featured on Kendrick Lamar's GNX album on what song is that? Is it Hey Now? I think it's Hey Now that he's featured on. Yeah, Hey Now. He had came out earlier in the week and was basically saying, he came out saying he was homeless, saying that, he was down bad. The song didn't do nothing for him. It only gave him clout. Folks was acting like he made $1 million off the song. And, basically Kendrick ain't been tapping in. He reached out to No Jumper to like put out another statement for him, basically just saying Kendrick ain't doing enough for him. Since then, he has put out a statement basically saying like, he was wrong for that and shout out to Kendrick and everything is cool. I'm not even going to talk about them two. I'm going to just say for the artists that's out there, and if you might be a smaller artist, make sure your paperwork, your DistroKid, your TuneCore, like make sure all of your stuff is set up, because for you to get a feature on a song and be able to make money off of the streams, especially if you got something like DistroKid, every couple months you can go cash out that money, man. Like it's gonna report, they're gonna track it, the money is gonna be there, and every couple months you can let it build up, go right to your little DistroKid, go to the bank, see what they owe you, and cash it out. Like there's a lot of ways that I think a lot of artists, especially independent artists, we miss a lot of money just by not knowing exactly where to go through what some of the routes are to figure out our paperwork and stuff. Set up your publishing company with a PRO, set up your publishing with a BMI or ASCAP, get your distribution through a DistroKid or a TuneCore or I'm sure, Rose, you got some other ones, a Sound Exchange, but start finding some of these companies that track all of your numbers and track your plays and all of that stuff, because it's a lot of money on the table that we be missing. And just through having your paperwork set up right, you can have a decent amount of bread in your pocket, especially if your song is doing well. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. Rose, you had anything you wanted to add as another independent artist?
No, I don't want to regurgitate what you said. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a business. So if your I's ain't dotted and your T's ain't crossed, you can't blame another grown man for you lacking something. You know what I'm saying? You got an opportunity. You got an opportunity, and you weren't a big, or you still not a big artist currently. You got an opportunity, and now you try to blame somebody else for your circumstances and your, even in the song, "Big Dog Business." I will not hold your hand. Like
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? He told you, like, I'm not gonna hold your hand and walk you through this, motherfucker. I give you the opportunity because AZ Chike, like, he going up right now.
Mm-hmm. Hit a J3 going up right now. Yeah,
going up. So
Ray Vaughn going up right now.
It's always your job to take what somebody give you and just push it further. But if you always pointing the finger, that's in anything, not just music. That's in life in general. Somebody can only give you an opportunity. What you do with it is on you.
Facts. That's a fact. All right, that's cool. I ain't want to belabor that too much. I just wanted to say for the artists that's out there, like, if you do get a record that's going crazy, have your, like, just for example, like with the homie Ben, shout out to homie Ben Riley. Ben Riley is an independent artist. I done made a couple of his beats, and those songs, like some songs off of those projects took off, which helped the songs that I produce also take off. If I ain't had my paperwork together, I'd be missing thousands of dollars. So like, just have it all set up, put it all together. It take time. It's annoying. It's aggravating, but do that admin work, man. That admin work, it'll save you a lot, and it'll keep you straight in some dire times, for real.
I guess it's just interesting from the fan perspective. I just wanted to add really quick, man, because we've seen so many other artists that have been a part of this West Coast, this new wave of West Coast, whether you were on the GNX album or not. Because I was telling Nick yesterday on the phone or the day before, I was like, man, I'm even seeing Lefty Gunplay just be it all through my timeline. And I don't know if he was even remotely close to being the better rappers out of anybody that had to do with this movement at all. So he's going up. We see the Ray Vaughn dropping a mixtape, is going back and forth with Joey. We seen the J3s, like we're saying. So I think as a fan perspective, it's like, man, I wonder what happened to where you couldn't capitalize on this opportunity that we're seeing from these other artists, But yeah.
I think it go back to what Rose said. Like, sometimes, people think the look is enough. You know, it's like a lot of times, a lot of people think the look is the play. Like, oh, I got the feature or I got the I'm straight, and they just gonna live off of that forever. And it's possible if you got that paperwork together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some songs that go so crazy, you might be able to catch a smooth bag off of that for the rest of your life, for real. But it's like only if you have the paperwork together, only if you went through those back channels and made sure your distribution was set up, made sure your publishing was set up, because it pay out quarterly. You know what I mean? Like, it pays out quarterly.
That's a sign to show that even if you got the tap, that doesn't mean stop working.
Exactly.
And
Facts.
that's exactly what I was about to say, because like I was gonna mention when you said Lefty Gunplay said 6 words on that song. That's it.
6 words.
And then he started pushing his music out, and he got a deal. At least from the videos that he's putting out, he got a deal like a week or two after, because he started putting videos and songs out right after. And that's and I'm not trying to compare him and Doty, but just that as an example. That man used 6 words and hit the ground
running. And it's really that big dog business. I will not hold your hand, for real. Like, get out there and make it happen, man. So that we can wrap that there. Last joint, I'm gonna end on a light note.
I got a hip hop question though.
Oh, what's up?
I got a hip hop question. As our athlete turned rapper connoisseur, Rose, I wanted to ask you, I'm still supporting Amon's music. Shout out to you. How do you feel about Kadarius Toney? After winning 2 Super Bowls, he said he retired from the NFL. He's a rapper now, goes by Young Joker. What's your thoughts, man? I know you be playing all the athletes' music, you be giving them love, working on their publishing. I just wanted to see if you got some feedback from my mans, bro.
I just did talk about this with the homie the other day. The athlete to rap pipeline is disgusting. It's the waters are very muddy. We need to cut the pipes, man. Cut the pipes off.
Yeah.
Turn the water off, and brother, go start a gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't got to rap, man. That's all I can say to that. I know it's fun, my nigga, and it's cool, but the pipeline is mud in there, bro. It's mud.
Y'all are messing up the population, bro. Y'all messing up the ecosystem, for real.
We don't got no nice ones. Like, can we name 5? And
Kevin Durant is decent.
Kevin
Durant is decent. Dame is cool. KD is decent. Yeah.
Isaiah Stewart put out a fire. Well, that's not rap, so I take it back.
But
that song is good though. That song is good though.
I'm not privy to all these athletes rapping. Why? Because I turned the pipe off. Like, I don't want to hear it.
And man say, bro, I watch sports. I don't want to hear y'all over here.
Yeah. What you doing your extracurricular? Not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm cool. I don't want to hear no more Miles Bridges songs. I'm straight.
No, I'm good.
Like, I was about to mention Miles Bridges. Yeah, no.
I'm good on that.
You don't like Tweaker? You don't like Tweaker?
He ain't even in the league, so that don't even really count to me.
Because
he's a real rapper.
He's an athlete turned rapper. That's what I'm saying.
But it's like Tweaker cool, but the rest of them songs ain't hitting, and the performances ain't believable. So you start looking like you just start looking like it's money behind you, and they just trying to make a bag off you. And that's what Rose mean by y'all muddying up the water. Like, a lot of this, y'all taking away from the actual talent that a lot of these folks that's been studying this just don't have the access that y'all have because of the bread y'all got. We don't have the same access. But yeah, move out the way, man. If you've made millions of dollars as a baller, just chill.
Just chill. They missing the business. These two could start a management company, get them right, put them in the dojo, work on their bars with them.
I'm not writing man.
I didn't say write for him. You already write for Cassidy. I'm trying to say y'all could manage them and like.
You gonna stop this? You gonna stop this?
You know,
you're gonna stop this. All right, this is gonna stop.
Hey, for y'all that don't know, Nick is currently in the lab with Cassidy. There's a boiling Cassidy versus Twerk battle coming up, and so he been in the studio. He been in the dojo. He been in the
Cassidy write battle raps in the studio. Stop it.
I don't know.
Cassidy might.
Stop it.
Cassidy might.
He might.
You were there.
I wasn't there. I don't know that man.
Also,
for y'all that don't know, Ray has weekly sessions with Jason Love where they work on his game. You know what I'm saying? So, we all get to it. We all make a way how we can. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Hey, Nick, you want to talk about what popped up when we were trying to watch that battle on your screen on
Yeah.
your internet timeline?
Yeah,
What
for
was
sure.
it that was popping up, huh?
Anytime you doing a bootleg, anytime you bootlegging something and you hit the little X to exit to watch the video, it's always some
Mhm.
wickedness that's gonna pop up. It ain't got nothing to
See,
do with
all
me.
my ads, all my ads have something like they trying to sell something because the ads are still based off your algorithms,
No,
right?
they're not.
So if the
No,
ads are
they're
still
not.
based off your algorithm,
No, they're not.
most
Brother,
of my,
listen, you're talking to a professional torrent thief. All right. You're talking
based on
to a
that ad that
professional
popped up,
torrenter.
Man,
Okay. Yeah,
based on
my
that ad
brother.
that
Come
popped
on
up
now.
with them
You torrent
cartoons, I
vibes.
don't.
On that
Yeah, it's
side
professional.
view, it don't matter what I'm on. It's wickedness over there.
It's all free
Yeah,
shit.
hey, man. All I
Come
know
on,
is
man. You ain't finna play
all I
me
know
like
is,
that, brother. Nah.
hey, it wasn't my
Nah.
screen. So when the cartoons start popping up, he talking about real life. When the cartoons start popping up and it's looking freaky, that none of my
Look,
ads
bro,
look like
that's the bootleg. That's the bootleg. What you want me to do?
none of my bootlegs ads, none of my
Look,
bootleg
man.
ads look like that, man.
Hey, look,
That's all
man.
I'm saying.
I'm
You
happy
can
for
argue,
you.
Jason.
I'm
That
happy for
hentai
you.
stuff, you went a little far, man. I was like, Nick, hey, he brought
I
back
would
freakiness.
listen.
For a quick second, he brought back freakiness.
I'd much rather be in the animated vibes than the real. But
That's
anyway,
nasty.
we ain't
That's
even going.
nasty.
We ain't.
That's
You're talking
nasty.
about Jason
That's
Love.
nasty.
I'm talking about Jason
Y'all gonna
Love
let
here.
him get that off?
You're
He
talking
rather be
about
in the
Jason
anime
Love
vibes
here.
than in the real? Y'all gonna
Then
let him get that off?
Then Jason Love, absolutely.
he's saying. I
You
mean,
rather
I'm
watch
saying.
cartoons?
I
I'm
ain't gonna lie. He's saying you looking for the real meat. I'm with Nick.
You're
So you
wilding.
supporting cartoon freakiness? That's not y'all are nasty.
You're
Hey,
wilding
Unc,
for that. You're
That's-
wild for that.
That's what you're saying, though.
That was
Unc,
That's what you're
crazy.
you
saying,
got two
though.
more in the nasty man pop out. Unc, you got two that just joined you.
That was crazy.
But
That's
that ain't
crazy.
that what you saying? That's why you
I
saying you
mean,
looking
yeah,
at the
that
anime.
high key.
That is what you saying. Exactly.
I'm saying if you're gonna put something on my jacket, if it was between seeing some hentai or doing sessions with Jason Love, put me on the hentai vibe, please. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna be nowhere with the Jason Love. I still don't know why you know his name, but we'll move past that. You know what I'm saying? We can move past that, brother.
Watching hentai is crazy.
I don't watch hentai. I'm saying anyway, moving on. Because you're not finna do this.
Y'all
Oh, whoa, hey, don't whoa. Because I've been chilling on you for a while.
I haven't seen anything.
No, hold on. I went back and did a rewatch, my brother, and you was a slippery little brother. You was a slippery little brother. Because you said I'm a Twitter corn aficionado.
Which was just a joke. Yes.
They go to plea. They go to plea. Okay, they go to plea. He gonna plea out. He gonna plea out. Okay, I got you. He plead out.
When you rewatch the episodes, did you
That man
rewatch the next
pandering.
episode when y'all tried that? And I
That
said,
man is
I
pandering.
cleared
That
myself.
man
I
is
said,
pandering.
ain't no
How you
pandering.
pander
That
your
man
own
said, I'm a Twitter aficionado and then brought up categories. Where's the categories on Twitter, gang?
Where Twitter's existed since 2009. I've watched.
Where's the corn category?
I've watched like I'd be lying. I'd not be keeping it clean if I said I never watched porn.
Nobody said you did.
Filthy.
That's
we can move on.
okay.
We can
Like,
move on. We can
you
move
trying
on.
to trip up something that don't
We can
matter.
This combo getting nasty.
We gonna move on. We gonna move on. I might cut all of that. I ain't even gonna because that's ridiculous.
That boy
All right.
started stuttering.
You seen it? You seen it?
Started stuttering. He said,
No. No, I didn't.
That boy
All right. So peep. Last one. We're gonna end out on a light note, man. All right. So I got a question for y'all, and I'm a tailor it a little bit. So, is there an artist that you have? They have an album that they put out, and that can be the last album that they ever dropped, and you will be fine.
Last or like only?
No, last. That's the tweak. I'm gonna say last because I don't want to be where it's like just one album and that's it. Like if you can go through the succession of however many out this album, if they stopped here, you're fine. Nothing
I got
else.
a whole list of them.
Okay, shoot.
First, Bryson Tiller, first album. He could have stopped right after that one.
I'm rolling.
Second, Bruno Mars, 24 Karat Magic. He can stop there. Party Next Door, P&D 2. He can stop right there. Chance the Rapper, Acid Rap. He can stop right there.
Dang.
Playboy Cardi, Die Lit. He can stop right there.
You're bugging.
See, that one I'm
bugging
because that's my favorite album by him. Because Lean for Real is one of my favorites.
A whole lot of red.
He can stop right there.
A whole lot of red. Crazy.
And see, now that you said that, now Thug. you can stop after so much fun.
I ain't mad at it. Not mad
Giving
at
the
it.
space of saying stop right here lets you breathe a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. For
But
sure.
and that's the thing. All the same people you mentioned, that was my answer for the other question too.
Got you. Okay. I would say Kendrick, if he stopped at damn, I would be fine.
Yeah.
If he stopped at damn, I would be all right. Cole, he could have stopped at 2014. Straight. Could have kept that. Everything after that. Drake could have stopped at, I ain't gonna hold you. If Drake would have stopped at Nothing Was the Same, he would have been the greatest ever. But he could have stopped at Views. Views,
When
he
we're
could
saying
have.
stop that, are we saying that like it cements
Like,
a legacy, or is it this?
yeah,
like,
that's it. That's it. Once this album, there's nothing else from there.
No features, no nothing.
No features, no nut. It's done.
A real death, no posthumous.
Like, it's over with. So yeah, I would say
okay, I guess
I agree with
better
all of
question.
yours except for
Cardi.
Yeah, except for Cardi. But yeah.
Are we saying like that puts them up there? Is just this is where?
Oh
we
no,
feel
this
like
is
you should
just
stop it.
this is what, like, for you personally, if your favorite artist or whatever, however long their discography is, whatever the album is that you can be like, right here, I don't need nothing past this.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Kanye.
Big facts. Big facts. I'm with you. What you
Black
got, Rose?
Album, Jay-Z.
Really?
Yeah.
Black
Album,
Album? No, never.
Black
No
Album.
444. You don't need it.
Black Album, Jay-Z.
I don't need a 444 either.
Do I need anything after the Black Album?
Because a lot of what you feel about 444, even on the re-listen or it aged with time, reasonable doubt, he's still giving us game similar to that in his own particular way. So if you're looking for that style of rapping, he has it throughout a lot of his raps. After Black Album,
No death of auto-tune? You never, like, none of that.
Auto-tune didn't die, so what was the purpose?
That's true. That's a fact.
You tried, it didn't
no,
work.
No Blueprint 3, no American Gangster.
And that was
And
the
I
trick
love
one
American
for me.
Gangster.
That was gonna be the trick one for me. But guess what? Kingdom Come is before that, so that was a
yeah, I feel
and
that.
American Gangster isn't better than Black Album. So and I have that as one of my personal, if not my personal favorite J album is American Gangster, but overall, like what Black Album was, nah, you could have stopped right there.
I'm with you. You got any more?
Carter 3 Wayne.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Carter 3 Wayne.
You don't need no ceilings, or are we sticking to studio albums?
Yeah, we can stay. Yeah, we can stick studio. We can stick studio. Because I need no ceilings. One, I need that. G5 sitting on the runway. Yeah, I need that.
You know,
that was Sorry for the Wait.
Oh, it was.
That was 2011.
Yeah, it was.
Right.
No ceilings.
Deep one like that one. Yes, sir.
Oh, boy.
I will say, because he already had the group, Push could have left at My Name Is My Name, because he already had the Clips albums going ahead of time.
Is My Name? Well,
if
actually,
he just dropped,
no.
I say this because if he just left at My Name Is My Name, as fire as that album was, that's a cool solo album. Because first of all,
I need NPA.
I like it, but I think he could
crutches, crosses, caskets. Crutches, crosses, caskets. All I see is victims. Come on, yeah, no, I need that.
I need Drug Dealers Anonymous still. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I need what's that? Money, pussy, alcohol. I need all of that.
That's how dope his work is. But yeah, I think he could have stopped there because one, we already respected you as a rapper, and we needed one without a group, and that's the issue with the Andres that we were just highlighting last week. Push. I gave you your album after giving you diamond work. I did it and did my job up and down that album. Here you go.
Yeah. Who you got, Rose?
Man, y'all took everything damn near like shit. I could have been cool Nas stopping after Stillmatic, and I would have been good with
really
2 albums. Like, he got enough for me right there.
No Godson?
I'm straight. Like, it would have been enough for me. It would have been good for me. And then I would have been good, but like if Usher had to stop at Confessions, I would have been straight.
Talk about the toughest 3 album run in R&B, bro.
Yeah.
Toughest 3 album run in R&B, bro.
I'm with that. Yeah, I feel you. I'm with that.
Toughest 3 album run in R&B, bro.
Ooh, I was not expecting that Nas take at all. I was not expecting that.
Stop there, bro.
You know why? Because you have to give him credit, despite that nonsense he was saying. I intentionally picked bad beats because I wanted y'all to listen to. Shut, boy.
You ain't you
I
not
almost had
rolling?
an Ev Jim Jones moment. I might come back to this because I'm
Nah,
I'm just
come on, let's do it.
I was
Let's
gonna
do
say
it.
we should
Yeah.
keep that as a topic for the next one. Like,
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll do
so,
that.
So
We'll do
Rose
that.
is giving you credit despite of that nonsense. We gonna come back to this.
All right, for
You
sure.
a dirty man. We gonna come clean that up, bro.
For sure. For sure. All right, man. Well, that is the show for today. Keep It Clean podcast. Episodes coming every Tuesday. Like, comment, and subscribe. Add us to your libraries. Nico,
Don't let her
Ev,
pick off
bro.
your plate.
Y'all are wrong.
Oh.
Y'all are wrong.
Also, follow the Keep It Clean page on Instagram. We got that up and moving now.
Keep It Clean page is up on the gram. All of our content will be housed there. So definitely, if you want to tap in with us, you can find us there. Yeah. Keep It Clean, episode 10. My boys, appreciate y'all.
Have a good one.
We out.